Hello YouTube and to all my subscribers, this is Raging Do It Yourself Tutorials, and today I'm gonna be making a video on how to color in Paint Tool Sai. I have received a comment on my video to make a coloring tutorial for Paint Tool Sai, or how I do coloring in Paint Tool Sai. So this tutorial is just basic, and this is not what this is not by the textbook or anything like that. This is my way of how I color things. So there are two ways how I color my art in Paint Tool Sai. So the first thing is that we're gonna do is gonna color this one. So I'm gonna click this line art 1, and I'm gonna color it its base color first. So yeah. So the tool that we're gonna be using is this one. It's the magic wand. Click on that. Okay, so let's add a new layer here, and let's name it hair 1. Okay, so now let's click onto the parts where basically it's hair. So let's click on that using the magic wand tool. Remember, always is magic wand tool. Let's color her eyebrow. Okay, so let's do that manually here. Okay, let's do that. Alright, so now the next thing that you're gonna do is just click on this bucket tool here, and then press on it. As you can see, it's now has a color. Then press this clear selection. There are some parts that that does not have color, so we're gonna be adding on that. So let's go and coloring the parts that we haven't colored. Okay, so let's go on it. Okay. All right. There might be, when you use the magic wand tool, there will be some parts that has or does not have color on it. So you're just gonna color them manually. Okay, that will not take that much. Okay. Right. Well, now, so the next thing we're gonna do is now color the skin. So let's create a new layer. Then let's name it skin 1. Okay, then we're gonna choose a skin tone. Okay, let's choose that one. So as you can see here in my drawing, this doesn't have an endpoint or anything like that. So what I'm gonna be doing is to add some to close the points so that we can use the magic wand. Okay, so when you have that, it's time to color the base color for the skin. So yeah, just click on the magic wand again, and then press on the area that you want to color. Okay. as I've said, there are some parts that, so we're gonna color them manually. Now let's go into bucket tool, then press, and there, as you can see, we have a skin tone for it. Okay, so we have the base color for the skin. So let's color those parts where, right, let's color them manually. Okay, I think that's all good. Now the next part that we're gonna be doing is now shading. So let's do just a basic cell shading for it. So we're gonna go first into the hair. Okay, so let's add new layer, and then the next thing you're gonna do is just click on this clipping group. Just you're gonna clip that so that when you color something like this, for example, let's see, just for an example, okay, when you color without clipping group, color here, it will overlap, but when you click on the clipping group, it will just color on the parts where your base color is, so it will not overlap on those parts on the base color that you have created. So that is a plus when you are using clipping group, so it makes job easier. So Control Z, so let's click on the clipping group, then let's start coloring. Alright, okay, so you're just gonna choose a darker color of your base color when you're shading for the, okay, let's not do something flashy, just basics. Okay. You can just change the brush size, whatever you want. Okay, this is just an example. Okay, now alright, so we're just gonna, the next thing that we're gonna do is something like this, water tool. Just gonna some kind of blend it, so you can maintain the hard parts. You can, or you can also use the blur tool, whichever you prefer. I prefer like that. Okay, so there, you got that one now. So the next thing is a much greater, much darker tone again. Okay, the clipping group, much darker tone than this. Okay, let's do that. And then let's click on the water. can see the effect. It's a really quite nice effect onto it. The water tool is it's a great tool for you, really, to make your art look more nicer. Okay. Then let's add some lighter tone to it. Okay. Okay, there you go. Then let's add some kind of highlights onto your hair, or some miscellaneous parts in your hair. Okay, so new layer, then clipping group, then add the start tones, and add some miscellaneous parts in the hair. Oh, no, wrong. Let's do some of the highlights first. How about that? So that the hair will look much nicer. Just don't overdo it, because it might not look that good. Okay. Then some marker. So yeah, basically those are the tools that you're gonna be using: marker, the water, and the brushes. I think that's right it. And now the next part is, I think that's pretty good enough. You can add more details if you wanted to. So the next thing is the skin tone. So let's do the same thing. New layer, then clipping art, then click onto the basic skin tone of that, then create some shadow of it. Then I can choose where it is on my brush here. Okay, so you can lighten that up. Okay. Right. Color. Okay. The hair. Shadow the hair. I'm just the tool that I'm using here is just the basic brush. Okay. color it out. Wow, faster, faster. I'm not that really good at coloring, but this is just how I do things. Maybe you can teach me some advanced skills. Will appreciate it. Okay. That. Some of the nose. Some parts of the mouth. Okay, so I think that's pretty good enough. Now the next is just going with the water tool. So just gonna add them, just color them lightly. It's like you're blending them. Alright, so the next thing is just add darker tone. Then layer, flip group. Just add those dark tones. Okay, I think that's good enough of it. Now, yeah, I think that's quite enough. Then add some lighter color. Yep. Here, cheeks. Some of these parts here. Okay. Now the next thing is highlights. So let's gonna add some highlights, just plain white. Do. Okay. Now just add them here. The face. Some details there. Just don't overdo it. Okay, I think that's quite enough. Okay. Then add some miscellaneous blush, something like that for the girl. Where's that? Okay, here. Where's the pink color? Like that. Go with brush. Okay, I think that's good enough. Now, for the, we're almost done. So let's color the eyes. So let's click on new layer. Name it eyes. So let's color first the white, so that look much better. So let's draw part of the eyes. There's white. Okay. Okay. And that's good enough. Okay, then water and darker shadow to the eyes, something like that. Control Z, Z. I mean, you layer, clip on it so that it will not overlap. Don't worry about the parts here because we're gonna color that. Okay. Alright, so we've done that part. Now it's time to color here, layer, and let's use this one. Okay, that looks nice now. I mean, better. Okay. There you go. Then the next thing is add a new layer. A new layer. Click that. Click on water. Then add some dark tones to the eyes. Yep. Dark tones. Yes. Then add some light tones here. Then add much darker tone. Oh. And that looks much better. Okay, so then we're gonna draw the black inside the eye. Press P and let's draw it. Alright, so I think that's looking quite nice now. Then above your line art here, line art 1, the first girl that we've colored, add a new layer on it, top of it, and do not clip it, just let's create a highlight on the eyes. Yes, so that would look more legit, more beautiful, more detailed. Okay. So add some little detail in the eyes. Now, as you can see, you have a pretty nice looking girl. So that's the step, the first kind of way that I color my art. It's not the best, but you have something nice with it. Okay, so that's how you color in Paint Tool Sai. You're just gonna add a layer below the line art, then color the base colors first. Use the magic wand tool, and then bucket tool. Click on that. Then when you add some shadows and other details, you're just gonna clip on the base color. Then you will have this good looking art here. So here is my other step of coloring, step 2. This type of coloring is the most let's say I call it the lazy kind of way of coloring. So yeah, so this is my lazy way of coloring. Let's add a new layer on it. Then let's go with the base colors. Hair 2. Yep. Where is it? P hair 2. Then magic wand. Boom. Click on that. Yes. Okay, so then go on to bucket tool, color you go, clear selection, then color the parts where there's no color. Okay. Then skin, just copy that skin there. Layer. Okay. Skin 2. Just add this kind of style here so that we can use the magic wand You have to close it so that it will not overlap the background. Okay, so magic wand, press on it so that there you go. Then go to bucket tool. Just gonna do that, rinse and repeat. When you do the base colors, clear selection, then color the other parts manually, and just change the brush size so that you can right. I think that's good. We're good. We're good. Okay, so the base colors are now good. Now I'm gonna just color the eyes in advance. Eyes, then white, then color them. These are fifths. It's become too much. Okay, so we're almost done here. Coloring the base colors. Nice. Magic wand. Click on those parts. There. Okay. And bucket tool. And your selection. Brush. Okay, so that's pretty neat. Okay, so now we have this base color. So this next step is my lazy way of coloring things. It's really lazy. So let's get on with it. So let's go color the hair now. Where is it? Hair. Add new layer, clipping group, then darker tone. What I do is just use water. Yup. This is the most fastest way to color. And as I said, it's really lazy. Okay, now that you have colored it, add a darker tone. Okay. And this lazy way of coloring does not need many layers. It's gonna add dark and lighter tones. Okay, so white parts. think I've over exaggerated this part. Okay, then add some highlights. 1p, change that to so you can get the idea. Okay, so now the skin, layer, this one, the water. You now add the darker tone. Okay, so then add the blush effect. Nah, go with that later. Some highlights in the face. Light spots. Okay, then add highlights. Okay, now into the eyes. Go new layer, and it's time to add water effect, darker tone color. Lighter color. And darker, much darker color. Just the same as the other one. Okay, so now time to create the eyes. That's pretty much. Then when you do highlights for the eyes, you're just gonna create a new layer above the line art. Color it white. Like that. Add some details. Okay. Then some blush effect. What's wrong with my pressure? Don't. Just go blur tool. That would suffice for now, but you can add some more details on it later if you want to color it much better. Okay, so I think that's how you basically color. You can choose either one of the two options. This is my basic way of coloring things. And if you have suggestions on how to color, if you have much advanced color, that would be much pretty helpful. And as you can see, this is how you color things in Paint Tool Sai. It's really easy coloring in Paint Tool Sai rather than in in Photoshop CS6. So I would prefer when you're doing line art and coloring digital art, drawing some anime, cartoons, anything or goes in that alley, Paint Tool Sai is the best tool for you. So I hope this video is informative and that it helped you. Thank you for watching, guys, and subscribe for more updates. I'll be making new videos for sure. And if you have some comments, just leave your comments. If you ever have some questions, you can leave some questions below. So again, this is Raging Do It Yourself Tutorials. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.